Hello guys, today I'm going to be comparing lots and lots of lovely gold products like markers, pens, different watercolours and inks. I've kind of loved gold on all of my artwork and all of my planners, basically gold on everything for a really long time now, and I've been kind of collecting gold things for a really long time. If I see something gold, I will basically pick it up and see how it goes. I thought I'd do this kind of video kind of just to see which ones are the best that I've got, so that people that like gold things will know kind of what would work best for them without having to buy all of this stuff, because it is quite expensive. Different pens cost like sometimes about £5, so it is quite expensive. I've collected some of these over time, some of them are quite recent, so I thought I would be helpful and test these out for everybody and see which one's better basically. I thought I'd also do, like, being as these two palettes are quite similar, I thought I'd do a comparison of the two as well and generally see what they're like. I got this one first. This one is a lot cheaper than that one. This one's a new addition to my old gold family, but I've used it a few times and I'm actually really liking it. There's not much difference, to be honest. Sometimes I'll just, it depends what I reach for really. This is a new palette because I've kind of overused that a little bit, so I've kind of got it in my kind of watercolour palette here, and they're kind of like running out a little bit, but never mind. Yeah, I will be comparing these two, some inks and different watercolours and different pens. I'll also be testing on different types of paper. So I've got watercolour paper here just because that's the I don't know, the best paper that I've got at the moment, and black paper, and then I thought I'd try that out on different types of mediums to see what pops better on, you know, on different bits of art. Well, this is watercolour paper, this is watercolour paints here, so I thought I'd try them out on there and see what they will look like. So I'm going to do like a basic kind of swatching for all of this. Apart from these, I'm going to do this one separately because I'm comparing the two. I'm going to probably speed through this because, yeah, it might get a bit boring if I do it very slowly. So I'll pop on a little bit of music, have a little groove, and I shall see you with my comments after I'm done. So you can clearly see the winners on here from each. I'm kind of going on what looks good on all of them. You can clearly see that I think, who are the winners on here? So I think this one, the Rust-Oleum, that one did really well. Kind of a little bit more like a rose gold when I look at it, but it is kind of gold, but it has that kind of like a rosy kind of twinge to it. It's not quite rose gold, but it's nearly there. And then we've got this one, the Deco Color. I've kind of called it wrong on there, never mind. Yeah, this one's a new addition for me. I kind of got that the other day. I got that from Amazon. I really like that. That is really nice. I've used that in a couple of my art journal pages, and yeah, it really does pop. I really like that. These are kind of like all similar. They're like leafing pens, so that's probably why they stand out a bit more. For ages I really like this one. This was the one that I got before. I think it's just a little bit older than the other two. They're all different colours really, aren't they? This one's a little bit brighter than that one, but they're still all really good pens. This one's a little bit harder to get. I had to get that shipped from the USA. This one, I got that one from Amazon as well. This one I really like. This, in terms of watercolour, this is beautiful. This is the Willow Cabin watercolour, which I got from an Etsy shop. I saw this on one of Geraldine's videos and thought I have to have that because it's gold. I have to have it. I'm like a gold magpie. I have to have it. I have to have it. I've used this on a couple of my pages and it's just brilliant. It's, you know, it's a really bright gold. It's beautiful. It's shimmery. I think it's more shimmery. It's more shimmery than the rest of them. This is kind of like more of a foily kind of look, whereas this is shimmery and glittery and pretty and so beautiful. They're my clear winners. So I can clearly see the losers on here. That would have to be the Winker Stella. It looks good on here. This one's not too bad. Kind of fails a little bit on here, but I have to say that yeah, the clear loser is this one. It's not even, doesn't even look gold. It's like an orangey brown, and it's failing on all. Oops, it's failing on all pieces of paper. The liquid leaf does quite well. The main thing to remember with this one is that don't use a paintbrush that you are particularly really fond of, because it kind of does wreck it a little bit if you don't have the right cleaning products for it. So I've just kind of used a cheap one. Yeah, that one looks like it's done quite well. Definitely more of a foily kind of look on there. It hasn't quite dried yet. It takes a little while to dry. The liquids, they're kind of different colours. I thought they would be the same, but they're different, so I can't really compare the two of them. I might drop one, but I think they've both done quite well actually. Although the liquid text one I think is just a little bit, it's a bit brighter and works a little bit better. This one, if you leave sitting there a while, kind of goes a little bit brown, so I had to mix it quite a bit. But yeah, those are my favourites. I think if you want to go for thin lines, this one's pretty good. Although which one? That one's looking a bit sad. That one usually does quite well, but it's kind of looking a bit sad at the moment. Maybe I didn't shake it properly. With gold pen, you kind of have to remember that you really need to shake them before you use them. As you can see, this is me testing out before I even use them, because you really do like have to dab it down to get them working. Actually, that doesn't look too bad actually compared to the other one. Yeah, that one's not too bad actually, the art line, after you get it going for a little while. But yeah, those are my favourites I think. So my winners would have to be the Rust-Oleum, the Deco Colour, and the Willow Cabin one. Those would have to be my favourites on there. But I'll just let you see which ones that you like the look of. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll move on to the swatching of these. I might put this to music because again it can be a little bit boring just watching swatches, so I'll put a little bit of music to that and see which ones do better. Okay, so I've dried them. Looking at it, I can't see an awful lot of difference. I mean, there is like one colour that's different from what they've got here. I don't think they're the same, but I think these are a lot lighter. Yeah, I think these are a bit more similar, whereas these have a bit more of a clearly a bit more of a gradient, or a bit, you know, a bit more shades to them, whereas this one, they are different, but these are definitely a lot darker, and then you've got two lighter ones. I had kind of thought that once you got these going, these kind of went on a little better with the Tanby ones. I kind of had to put a bit more onto each, but I think maybe it's because they dried a little bit, and whereas these kind of soaked up the water a bit more, maybe I put a bit more water on these so they became a bit more creamier, so it was easier to kind of put on. Perhaps it's because these are running out. But there isn't really an awful lot of difference. They are all beautiful colours. I definitely love the champagne colour, but they pop really well even on the white paper, and they look foily, don't they? They look really beautiful. These ones were definitely more expensive. On Amazon, I think they were about, they think they were about like nearing £30, but I got them from Craftillier, which, even though I had to pay like, I don't know, £5 in shipping, altogether it still cost me like £26, so that was a bit of a bargain for me. These can be a bit more expensive, depends where you get them from. From Amazon, these were like under 10 quid, which wasn't too bad. Usually I think they could be sometimes up to £16, so depends where you get it. Yeah, so out of, I'd say, to be honest, not much difference, although this one seems a bit richer. If you prefer the richer kind of colours, then go for these ones, and these ones if you want the same kind of effect but a cheaper option. They're both really good palettes actually. I would really recommend them both. Anyway, I hope this has been insightful for you on finding out which gold pens or products you want to use in your projects. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall speak to you soon.